Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to play the main guitar solo from the classic Toto song, Rosanna. I've been playing this solo wrong for about 40 years. And you know what? I blame the man himself, Steve Lukather. You see, way back in the day, I bought the Steve Lukather Star Licks instructional video cassette. And in that, he teaches you a bunch of his licks, including this entire solo. But he was not doing it correctly. And you might be thinking, well, wait a second. If Steve was teaching it, it had to be correct. Well, Steve improvised that solo originally in the studio. And I think what happened is when it came time for him to go out on the road and tour for the Toto 4 album, he had to relearn it. And this is how he relearned it and then how he subsequently taught it. Now what I'm going to do in this lesson here is I'm going to show you not only the right way to play it, I'm going to show you the parts that Steve got wrong on that instructional cassette from the 80s. And you can decide which way you like better. Now, if you're interested in getting a copy of my custom tabs for this or the backing track, read the video description down below for more information. In addition, if you like content like this and you want to see more of it in the future, I'd appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button because it does help my video get a little bit more exposure. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will attempt to answer them as time allows. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play the entire solo again for you, this time slowly with the tabs on the screen. That way the more advanced players can get through this more quickly. Then after that, for everybody else, I'll break it down note by note. Let's go. All right, section 1 goes like this at normal and then slow speed. Now, I didn't tab it here, but right before the solo, there's a little slide down on the low E string, about the 18th fret, like before playing this part. Just want to call that out. All right, so everything here is on the D string. You're going to play the 3rd fret 4 times. And then 5. And then 5 again, quickly slide to 7. And then 7 again, vibrato, slide down. A lot of times people miss that quick slide from 5 to a 7. But I noticed that after I found the isolated guitar tracks that someone posted on YouTube, and that way I could take that track and slow it down and hear every single note. All right, let's play that first box again, one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 2. Here's section 2 at normal and then slow speed. Let's break it up into 2 boxes, and in the first we play. So you're going to slide up to the 7th fret of the G string, and then play 6 on B twice. Add vibrato. Then you're going to slide to 7 of G again, and then 8 on B twice. Okay? Then in the second box we'll play slowly. Okay, notice how I start with a little pull off at the beginning? That's the 8th fret from the first box, the last note you played. Remember that? So you're starting that second box by having pulled off from that 8th fret of B to the 6th fret, okay? Then you're going to play 8th fret of B, bend up, down, up. And while you're holding that note, you're going to take your pinky and play the 9th fret while it's bent. Okay? And then you're going to take the 8th fret, bend up and down, pull off to 6. Let's play what we have so far in the second box. Now, in Steve's instructional Starlicks tape, he goes like this. Right? It's a little bit different. Okay, I just want to call that out. So then after that, and this is what a lot of people miss, and I only heard it when I listened to the isolated guitar track slowed down. You're going to hammer onto the 7th fret of G without picking it palm muted. Okay, so like this. It's very faint and hidden in the mix, but it's there. And then 8/6 on B, add vibrato. Slide up to about 13 and back down. Let's play that second box a few times slowly. All right, let's tie both boxes together and play section 2 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. Okay, let's move on to section 3. Here's section 3 at normal and then slow speed. Let's break it up into 2 boxes, and in the first we play slowly. So we start by playing 10 on A, and then slide to 12, but you're going to pick 12 when you get there. It may sound funny to do that, as opposed to just playing without the slide, but I hear the slide in there in the isolated track when I slow it down. Okay, and then 10-12D, 10-12G. So far in that first box, slowly. And then 9 of B, slide to 10, hammer to 13, pull to 10. Let's play that first box a few times slowly. Then in the second box we play slowly. So that's on the B string 11, 13, and then 10 on high E. And then 13 E, pull to 10, hammer to 13. Okay, now we're going to tie both boxes together and play section 3 one more time slowly and then at normal speed. And then I'm going to show you the way that I used to play it, that Steve teaches it on the Starlicks tape. Okay, now let me show you the way that Steve teaches it on that old Starlicks tape, which again is incorrect. Slowly. And I think part of the reason Steve got confused is in the outro solo, he does a lick something like this, and I'm slowing it down. Something like that, right? So I think that's kind of what he was thinking of when he did the instructional tape and he got a little bit confused. Now again, try both versions and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, let's move on to section 4. Here's section 4 at normal and then slow speed. Let's break it up into 2 boxes, and in the first we'll play. So it's at the 13th fret of the high E string. You bend it up, and then hit the note again, and then 13 regular vibrato. Okay? And then you repeat that. Then in the second box, we'll play slowly, so it's on the high E string, 13, 15, 13, 15, and then 15 bend up, and then while you're holding it, you're going to hit 16, and then 15, and then bring it down. Okay? Hey, you could finger tap it if you want. But Steve isn't finger tapping it, he's picking it. And then 13, vibrato, slide down. So that second box again, slowly. Okay, let's tie both boxes together and play section 4 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. Okay, let's wrap it up. That was my lesson on how to play the main guitar solo from the song Rosanna from Toto. If you found it helpful or informative, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And please hit that subscribe button to catch more content like this in the future. And again, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will attempt to answer them as time allows. Until next time, rock on.